Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're really diving deep today into money mindset. I
Mhm.
know, I know. You hear that everywhere, but we're going beyond the typical advice today. You shared some interesting stuff with us. Money, get money, think money, attract money. And listen, I get it. You're looking to attract some abundance, right? Maybe open to some, shall we say, unconventional approaches.
I'm with you. I think it's so interesting how these money beliefs,
Hmm.
they really run the show. It's like subconscious programming, really shapes our financial reality.
Yeah, those limiting beliefs, right. The book, it uses this analogy of a rusty lever stuck on like financial hardship. And it's like all those negative things we hear about money, like money is the root of all evil or I'll never be rich. They weigh that lever down, keep us stuck.
Totally. It's like they become self-fulfilling prophecies, right?
Yeah.
If you believe you'll be broke, well, you probably won't be making choices to attract wealth. And what's so fascinating is how this book, it really links like our actual financial reality to this subconscious programming. It's not just about budgeting, it's about addressing these deep-seated beliefs about money, right?
Huh.
So we can actually experience true abundance.
Makes you wonder, what if we could like shift that lever even a little?
And that's what this book tries to do.
Yeah.
One tool it talks about is gratitude.
Yeah.
It actually mentions Einstein. Can you believe it? He apparently said thank you 100 times a day.
Wow, 100. That's a lot of thank yous. But okay, I have tried gratitude stuff, even had a gratitude journal once. It's supposed to like shift your focus from what you don't have to what you do.
Exactly. And get this, it's not just like a new age thing. There's science behind it. Kindness, gratitude, it releases serotonin, makes you feel happier. And that actually connects to another thing the book talks about, giving. Even if we don't feel wealthy, giving what we can, it shifts our energy, attracts abundance.
It's like that Zig Ziglar quote, you can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want.
Yes, exactly. Creating flow, right? Abundance, not
Yeah.
scarcity. And gratitude, that's like the first push to get that energy moving.
Okay, but what about like our financial goals? Setting those intentions. The author seems big on getting really clear about what we want.
Absolutely. The book stresses setting really specific goals, not just wishing, but writing them down as if it's already happened. Manifestation stuff, aligning your energy with the outcome.
Like a contract with the universe or something, making it real. Does the book like give actual methods for this goal setting?
It does. It talks about Think and Grow Rich, that Napoleon Hill book,
Mhm.
and this idea of a statement of desire, writing out your goal, your plan, even the date you want it by.
Wow, so no more just daydreaming. It's about making it feel real right now. What about visualization, though? Does the book talk about that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hmm.
But it goes deeper than just picturing it. It says to use all your senses, sight, sound, touch, even smell. Make it real, like to your subconscious.
So not just imagining $1,000,000, but like feeling the bills, the weight of them.
Exactly. An immersive experience. The book even mentions this wild study, psycho-cybernetics, I think it was called.
Mhm.
Basketball players, just by visualizing free throws, improved almost as much as those who actually practiced. Crazy, right?
Our brains are something else, so we can like train our minds for success without even doing anything, just visualizing.
Exactly. The author stresses the vividness of it, though. The more senses you engage, the more real it feels to your subconscious.
Oh, okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. We're talking mind power shaping our financial reality, not just the usual advice.
Absolutely. And speaking of the power of the mind, the book gets into affirmations, which are really just positive self-talk techniques, right? To change those deep-seated beliefs.
So instead of I can't afford that, it's more like I choose not to buy that today, shifting the energy.
Yes, taking control of the narrative. And the key, like the author says, is consistency. The more you repeat these affirmations, these positive statements, the more you're rewiring your brain, creating new pathways for abundance.
Like replacing those old rusty pipes in your financial system with shiny new ones, right? So abundance can flow through. Okay, but what about those of us who like the more unconventional approaches, outside the box stuff to attract wealth? Does this book go there?
Oh, it definitely does. It gets pretty interesting. He talks about a bunch of techniques that might seem a little strange at first, but they're all about how our energy and beliefs shape our financial reality, right?
Okay, now I'm really curious. Like what, give me an example. What kind of unconventional techniques?
Well, there's this thing called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's about tapping on these meridian points on your body while focusing on, in this case, financial abundance.
Wait, hold on. Tapping to attract money. Okay, that's definitely different. I gotta be honest. I'm a big skeptical, but also kind of fascinated. How's this supposed to work?
I know, it sounds a little out there. But EFT is based on the idea that emotions are energy and that energy can get blocked. And these blocks, they prevent us from manifesting what we want. So tapping on those points, it's supposed to release those blockages, let the energy flow freely.
So like acupuncture for your energy, targeting your finances.
Exactly. And as weird as it sounds, some people say EFT is really effective, especially for changing money beliefs.
Well, I'm open to it, especially after that basketball study. Visualizing alone made a difference.
That's the spirit. And if you're up for even more unconventional stuff, this book has got you covered.
Oh, there's more. This is great. All right, let's hold that thought. We'll dive into those wild techniques right after this quick break.
All right, so before the break, we were about to dive into some of those more unconventional techniques, for attracting wealth. So, yeah, I'm ready. What else does this book recommend?
Okay, well, remember how we were saying we should engage all our senses when we visualize to make it real to our subconscious?
Right, make it feel like it's actually happening. Well, the author takes it a step further. Suggests smelling the money.
Smelling the money. Okay, I've never heard that one before. I mean, I know about smelling salts, but
Yeah, it sounds weird, but the idea is if you actually smell money, a dollar bill, a stack of them, a new wallet, whatever,
yeah.
it sends this message to your subconscious, like you're already abundant.
Interesting. So it's like a smell-based affirmation.
Exactly.
Right.
And they even say you should, say your affirmations while you're smelling the money. Money comes to me easily, stuff like that.
Wow. Okay, that one, I have to admit, I might try. It's an easy one. Now, what about that focus wheel thing you mentioned? What's that all about?
Oh, yeah. That one's super visual. It's all about aligning your energy with your money goals. So you make this diagram, right? Your goal's in the middle. Then you surround it with, affirmations, pictures representing that goal.
So say your goal was a new house. You'd put a picture of your dream house in the middle.
Yep. And then around it, you'd write, I'm a homeowner. Or, I'm attracting my perfect home, stuff like that.
And you focus on that every day.
Exactly. Feel the feeling of already having it. It's about raising your vibration, matching your energy to what you want.
Okay, so we keep saying vibration and energy. I get it. But for those who might think that sounds a bit, out there, can you explain what that really means? In terms of money mindset.
You're right. Those words, they can sound a little vague. Basically, it's this idea that our thoughts, emotions, they have a frequency.
Right.
And attracts, right. So if you're vibrating with lack, you're going to attract more of that.
Makes sense. So changing our thoughts to abundance changes the signal we're sending out.
Yes, you get it. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to manifest. That's what all these techniques are for, the gratitude, the visualization, EFT, all of it.
It's like rewiring our brains, isn't it? Changing those old patterns about money.
Exactly. And the book says it's not always easy. It takes effort, being consistent.
And I'm sure some people are listening okay, that's a lot. Where do I even start?
Yeah.
Any advice for those feeling overwhelmed?
Totally. The book actually says there's no one right way. It's about what resonates with you. Find what feels good, what you can actually stick with.
Try it on for size, like an outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Experiment, have fun with it. Even little changes make a difference over time.
Okay, so we've talked about setting intentions, visualizing, EFT, smelling money even. But there's this one thing, right? A big obstacle for a lot of us. Procrastination. We've all been there. Wanting to make a budget, but just not doing it.
It's a huge roadblock for sure. But luckily, the author has some pretty interesting ideas for dealing with that too.
Okay, I'm listening. How do we beat procrastination? Give me the mind tricks.
One thing is reframing. Instead of focusing on how much you don't want to do something, think about how good it'll feel after.
So instead of dreading making a budget, think about how in control I'll feel once it's done.
Exactly. You're attaching positive emotions to it, which honestly makes anything easier.
Love it. What else?
This is a classic, but breaking big tasks down into smaller ones makes it less overwhelming.
Totally. Even just setting a timer for 15 minutes can be enough to get started.
Right. It's about momentum. And the book also says, celebrate your wins, even the small ones.
Oh, I like that. So I stick to my budget for a week, treat myself.
Exactly. You're making it positive and more fun.
This has been so interesting. We've covered so much. Goals, visualizations, weird tapping stuff, even smelling money. It's more than just numbers, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's about how powerful our minds are. They can literally shape our financial reality.
So where do we go from here? We'll explore that and more right after a quick break. So we're back, and ready to really wrap up this money mindset deep dive. Before the break, we were talking about procrastination and how even little wins, celebrating those can keep us on track.
It's funny, we get so caught up in the big picture, the end goal.
Hmm.
But those tiny, consistent steps, that's how anything gets done. Not just with money, but with life, right?
So true. It's like, what's it saying? A journey of 1,000 miles.
Begins with a single step.
Right. But even that first step can feel ugh, impossible sometimes, especially with those old beliefs holding us back.
Definitely. And that's where I think this whole money mindset thing is so cool. It's like realizing those beliefs about money, they're not set in stone. We can change them. It's powerful, you know? We can literally reprogram our minds to attract abundance.
It's like, what? Upgrading the operating system of our financial lives. Get rid of the old junk, install some shiny new beliefs that actually work for us.
Love that analogy. So true, though. We got to clear out those old files, those limiting beliefs, make room for the good stuff. And that's what all these techniques are for, right? They're tools to help us rewire.
Right. So we've talked about gratitude, visualization, even tapping and like smelling money. We've covered a lot. But if there's one thing you want listeners to take away from all of this, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think the biggest thing is you are in control. You have the power to change your financial reality. It starts with noticing, like, what you actually believe about money, then choosing to change those beliefs. It's a journey, ups and downs, but be patient, celebrate the good stuff, and don't give up on those dreams.
I love that. You have the power. It's so empowering. We're not just stuck with what we've got. And hey, this deep dive, we've given you a whole toolbox to work with. Practical stuff to shift that money mindset, attract some abundance.
And remember that rusty lever we talked about, all stuck on hardship. Well, we've oiled it up, given you some good shoves, and shown you how to keep it moving in the right direction.
So now it's up to you. Are you going to grab hold and start shifting that lever towards abundance? That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this money mindset adventure. Until next time.